In this lesson, we will focus on what to do when you first launch Rebelle. After logging into Rebelle and choosing your preferred language, there will be a prompt to choose the type of drawing tablet you're using. If you're using a Wacom tablet, choose WinTab. If you're using another brand, choose the appropriate option. You can always change this later in the preferences under Tablet. You'll need to restart Rebelle for this to take effect. You may also be presented with a tutorial screen that shows the basic layout of Rebelle's interface. If you're using multiple displays, the tutorial may be on a different display than Rebelle. Rebelle may even be on the wrong display. You can drag windows around to place them wherever they are appropriate. We'll learn about all of Rebelle's features gradually throughout this course, so you can close the tutorial window for now. It won't appear again unless you activate it under Help Intro Tutorial. On the first launch, a new canvas is created for you to paint on, but normally each time you launch Rebelle, a new artwork window appears. This is how you create a canvas to make art on. You can find this under File, New. Keep in mind, when I refer to the canvas, I'm not just talking about a traditional artist's canvas. You can create digital art on any surface, including paper, wood, stone, or any other substrate. In digital art terms, the document you're working on is simply called the canvas. Let's start by looking at the canvas dimensions. This defines how large and what shape the canvas will be. There are a few key settings to consider when creating a new canvas. The width and height determine the size of the canvas, and the resolution determines the clarity and quality of the image. There is a lot to say about how resolution affects the width and height of your artwork, so I recommend watching my reference video to learn more about this very important subject. As I mentioned in the introduction video, you can find links to these reference videos in the written transcripts of this course, or in a playlist on YouTube. Currently, the unit of measurement is set to centimeters, but you can also choose inches or pixels. Let's choose 10 inches wide by 8 inches tall at 300 dpi for this canvas. dpi is the canvas resolution. The new artwork window also offers several preset canvas sizes to choose from, and you can even create custom preset sizes to use in the future. Beneath resolution are the orientation buttons. You can use these to swap the width for the height and rotate the canvas orientation. In the top right side of the new artwork window, you can preview the canvas dimensions in pixels, centimeters, and inches. You can use the left side of the new artwork window to open a painting or jump to a recent painting. You can clear this list if you like. If you don't like this window appearing every time you launch Rebelle, you can disable it with the checkbox at the bottom. If you do this, you'll start with a new canvas based on the last settings you chose. I'll continue to show it for now. You can also choose to record a time-lapse of your artwork process, but we will come back to that in a later lesson about important panels. Near the bottom of the new artwork window is an option to choose the color profile for the composition. I prefer Adobe RGB, but we'll be coming back to color profiles later, so you can either choose that or leave it at its default. At the bottom of the new artwork window is a Select Canvas button to change the canvas texture and color. This is something we will come back to in a dedicated lesson. For now, just set it to White Simple. Choose OK to apply that canvas. This also closes the new canvas dialog. If you don't need to choose a different canvas, you can also click on OK. Now I have an 8 by 10 inch canvas to paint on.